What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pure Evil MMA. I'm your host, as always. Today we have a really special guest and kind of a crazy way to introduce him. I mean, I've honestly always wanted to do an interview with Sam Hoger, and you guys may remember him on season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter, which I really wasn't expecting.
Season 1, baby!
And I really wasn't expecting to do this, so maybe after we talk about the main thing, maybe we can catch up a little bit on, what you're doing now. But the reason why I wanted to have you on the podcast here today and to talk for a minute was because there's a lot of drama going around, a lot of confusion about one of the recent interviews that Brendan Schaub did with Sage Northcutt. Now, Sage Northcutt, just to catch everybody up, went on Below the Belt, and he said that before the UFC, he had no formal training inside a cage or at a legit gym, and a lot of people were questioning him on that until a lot of people came out of the woodworks and was like, listen, you're full of shit. Where are you coming up with that? So, Sam, can you kind of give us a background? Is Sage lying, and how did you feel when you heard that interview?
Oh, man, there's a lot of layers to that, but let me first of all say that I know as well as anybody else that when you put a mic in front of somebody who's not really trained in front of the mic, they get all excited, and a lot of the times we misspeak. I mean, how many times have you seen some of these celebrities say some really atrocious stuff on the mic just because they're new to being in front of it and they have no idea how, they're under fire, they just say the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, it does happen a lot, but this is also not the first time that Sage has said something like this. So it's kind of surprising, man, because I really look at Sage like a stand-up guy. He seems like a really nice kid for the people on the outside, and it just felt like somebody was telling him what to say in this situation. And I can only imagine how, the people who put their time and effort into, getting to where he is right now felt that they didn't get the credit where it was due.
Now, I can definitely relate to that sentiment, but then again, I've been in the limelight. I know what it's like to be a star. I know what it's like. Have you seen some of the interviews I've done online? The dumb stuff I say, my God. There was one interview with Bill Duff where I'm going absolutely nuts. I'm like, just because, it's funny, it's entertaining, and, I understand part of it is also kind of building a brand and building an image. That's another real big, that's a component that a lot of people, fail to understand. And, if you remember the team that I was a part of back then, it was the Militich Fighting Systems. Do you remember who they were?
100%. Of course. We're all very familiar with who you are, Sam. We're all very familiar.
No, not so much with who I am, but this is the point that I'm trying to bring to. I mean, we were the most dominant team in the history of the UFC. We had the most belts, the most champions training with us. We had Mark Coleman training with us when he took over Pride. My point is we were known for going in there, taking care of business, and just being cool about it. Me, on the other hand, you put a mic in front of me, and I blew up like dynamite. I was like, oh my God, what? Yes, what? And I go nuts. Remember that? I know you remember me going absolutely nuts. So my point is that a lot of the times, whenever you put a mic in front of somebody who's, not as thoroughly trained in dealing with the media in that capacity, I can understand how things get said that a lot of the time don't exactly reflect, all of the apples in the barrel, for lack of a better way to put it. Does that make sense?
100%. But you know what? After Sage was called out on this, it's not like he apologized. And as a matter of fact, his brother even came to his rescue. And I even found that weird. If somebody calls you out and was like, man, did you forget about us? It just seemed like they were just brushed you on the rug, you meant nothing. And let me ask you this, when Sage was training with you guys, how much was he training there?
He was over at when he came to my gym, I have to say, his jiu-jitsu was not all that stellar. As a matter of fact, it was pretty poor. And it wasn't until, he came and trained under me, and I took him under my wing like I would a son, and I started, taking him through a lot of, the fundamentals and really breaking down jiu-jitsu on, a really intense level. And it's the same level that I break it down for a lot of my students. That's why, some of my guys are world champions. They've done fairly well, and, one of them just recently got his black belt. Congratulations to Daniel Fernandez on that. And, and I've been able to work with, my students in, a really intense fashion to, get their jiu-jitsu on a really, really high level. So with Sage, I would do privates with him, his sister, and his younger brother who came out there, speaking on the thread about that. And it wasn't until after I had started working with him and really improving his game and, giving him a really deep technical successful with it. And I'm very happy about that. And I mean, it's a great thing. But the other thing that he did after that was like, I told him too at one point, I told Sage, I told Colby, I told Sean, I told them all, I said, listen guys, there's going to come a point in time where you guys are going to have to go ahead and continue to move on. And I want you guys to do that and know that there's not going to be any hard feelings. Just give me my credit. You know, that's the only thing that I've always asked for. Just don't forget me, give me my credit. You know, and like, when I see that he fails to do that, you know, that, yes, it does hurt because it's like, buddy, I see you doing the things that I taught you, succeeding with the things that I taught you, going to other camps and having success, and now getting to the point where you're training with a really elite camp now, like Uriah Faber's camp at Alpha Male over there in Sacramento, I believe, or San Diego. And he's, you know, and he's achieving a lot, but it's like, I cannot turn my face away from what, you know, we have done and what, like, you're using in reference to what I've helped put together. But at the same time, it's like, I've got to be able to walk that fine line of understanding that, like, when you're building a brand and you're building an image, if his image is to be like the natural, like Ric Flair, you know, or like, you know, or to be like, you know, if that's the image he's building, I don't want to take away from that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want, like, my efforts to be ignored. And I understand, and I understand, like, the conflict that is created with having to navigate those lines. But at the end of the day, there's two things that I know about Sage Northcutt and his family. Number one, he's a God-fearing kid. He really is. I mean, his family goes to church. He practices. He's a pretty strong practitioner. He's a good kid. You know, he's not a scumbag. You know, he's not a guy who walks in there and, like, you know, starts, you know, womanizing women and starts, like, doing cocaine on the sideline and throwing bleachers into buses and then, like, you know, being like Mike Tyson and crashing, like, cars into, like, you know, people's houses and hurting kids. And, you know, he's not a scumbag. He's a good kid. But the problem is when you're a good kid and you're that good, you're going to slip. And I understand that too, because I'm not going to judge him for slipping. But I'm also going to, you know, I'm also, like I brought up on the thread, you know, like, I do want my credit, you know? So that's number one. He's a God-fearing kid. And number two, his family is really involved in, like, you know, in seeing him succeed, which at times that can be, you know, a lot to navigate when you have your family there, but he's not trying to do anything malicious is the thing that I notice about him. Like, because you know when you're around a scumbag, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. And he doesn't seem like that
like,
at all.
I know when I'm dealing with someone who's, like, really breathing venom into the air that I am surrounded by, and, like, evil and dark things are about to happen when I'm around that person. Like, I know, and he's not that guy. That's the thing. He's a good kid. You know, so me throwing him, like feeling like, you know, like, I have no desire to, like, throw somebody under the bus who has a slip on the mic. And even if he slips every time, as long as he's a good person, which he is, we can all make mistakes. And if that's the worst mistake he makes, and he's been, like, sitting there, like, high on dope, you know, going crazy, like, beating women and then ending up in jail, like, you know, holding people hostage in their houses and, like, breaking into churches and sleeping on the pews naked. I mean, I feel okay. I feel, you know what I'm talking about, I hope.
Causing mayhem. Huh? He's not causing mayhem.
He's not causing mayhem. Oh, my God, you're insane. Very subtle, sir. Very subtle. Touche. My point is, this is a good kid, and, like, it's somebody you want to get behind because, like, he is a positive light in this world, is the way I see him. And, like, sure, there's going to be times when, like, there's things that he does that I disagree with. But at the end of the day, that's a good fucking kid, you know?
I 100% agree. Now, let me just fact check really quick. He started training with, you know, your group since he was 10 up until, you know, even going with Mango up until his 6th professional fight. Is that correct?
I don't know the timeline, dude. I've been hit in the head way too much.
Though.
But I've been punched in the head by Tim Sylvia way too much when we were sparring, bro. You're really, oh my God. I'm sorry. Like, my memory's not the best, dude.
Well,
like, and I can be honest about that. But, like, he did train with me and the Mangos all the way through the time that he made it to the big show. And when he was in the big show, he was with Chris Mango and their family. By the way, what's up, Chris Mango? What's up, all the guys? Gracie Baja over there in Katie and Gracie Baja, West Chase, Supliano, all the guys. What's
you guys
up? I'm a Gracie Baja black belt too.
Correct? You guys are actually known for having a cage in the gym, correct? Like he
does.
He was saying that, like, you know, I never had any actual training inside the cage. I never knew what it was like to have my back up against the cage. I couldn't, you know, work as a full-time martial artist. Now, would you consider his training at the time full-time martial arts, or what we can compare it to, like 1 day a week, or how often was Sage in the gym training?
I don't know how often he was over there with Chris Mango training, to be honest with you. But what I think he was referring to is, like, the full-time martial artist who's like Uriah. Like, Uriah's got an amazing gym over there, you know, at Alpha Male. And the thing that you notice is that over there, there's like a curriculum where they're constantly drilling and grinding and constantly working. So, like, I understand, like, that's like the professional side of, like, training in that capacity.
Yeah.
But I don't know his training schedule when he was over there at Gracie Barra West Chase, but I know that they really went out of their way to make sure that, like, they could give him everything that they could give him. You know, and I mean, look, they did so well. They produced, you know, together with, like, the base that I gave him and the way that they continue to build on that base, they got him to a point where he was finally able to, like, he made it to the NFL of mixed martial arts with and under the tutelage of the guy, of the Mango, of Chris Mango, of Ted Stickle, of me, of Gracie Barra West Chase, of Hoger MMA. He got there. Like, you gotta understand, that's less than 0.1% of the world that actually ever make it to that level in this sport. So Chris Mango and, like, the work that they did there was obviously good enough to go ahead and get him to that point.
Now, here's the other thing with it all. Does it seem like somebody was saying that to Sage? Does it seem like something Sage would say, or do you really think it was just, you know, a slip-up that he made? And if it was a slip-up, do you think he should come out and apologize and give credit where it's due?
I would definitely enjoy that, and I would like that. But, I mean, part of, I think I mentioned this earlier, part of, like, what we've got to understand is, like, you know, is, like, he's building a brand. I get it. He's building an image. And, like, it might be like he's trying to build a brand and image. But the problem is you can't build that brand and image, like, with the internet around. Because, like, everybody knows everybody, and, like, everybody calls everybody out on everything, you know?
And you know more than anybody, like, mixed martial arts was brought up through the internet. Like, we're a big family. Like, we're going to call everybody out on any little mistake that they make, you know, so.
And that's part of the reason why the science of martial arts and fighting has been able to progress to the degree that it has, is because of the integrity that, and I hate to say it, but, you know, shout out to Sherdog Forum, shout out to MMA.tv, Underground Forum, UG, what's up? I gotta give them credit. They are, I mean, as much as they are troll pricks, and I hate, and oh wait, shout out to TX MMA, I hate to say this, but as much as they are jerks and is like venomous as they are, at the end of the day, they don't let the truth slip. Like, I've seen situations where people have, like, literally gotten, like, and I'm sure you've seen this, where they find their IP address and they show up at their house and they you know, they call them out on the spot.
Yep.
Like, and that's the reason why martial arts and mixed martial arts has been such a pure sport that so many people love with such intensity, because it's bathed and it's dined and it's maintained in truth.
So basically what you're saying here is maybe Sage didn't mean what he said to the degree that people took it. Maybe he was trying to say that the way that Uriah Faber's gym is set up, it's such a curriculum. It's like being in college in a way, where it's like, you know, you go there, it's full-time mixed martial arts, and he's trying to say, you know, I never had that. Is that fair to say? Is that kind of what you're saying here? You think he kind of switched up?
You know what? But remember also I said that he might be trying to build an image, you know?
Yeah.
And if he's trying to do that for the public, for the general public, you know, then that's also something I understand. Because, like, I built, like, the bad guy image back when I was fighting, remember?
Yep.
And I was always the trash-talking guy, the guy who stole the stuff, the guy who, like, ran that house and made everybody go nuts and, like, pissed off both teams so that they would go up against each other and be angry all the time. Like, I was building that image and I was playing to it, you know? But at the end of the day, if you get to know me, no, I'm the guy who feeds the homeless, you know? I mean, I'm not the guy who does that, but I mean, when you're building an image, and, like, look at Mayhem. You want to talk about building an image and then going overboard. Oh my God. Were you ever part of the Mayhem cult?
Oh yeah, I've actually interviewed Mayhem. He's been here on Pure Evil MMA before.
What's your cult number?
Oh, I'm not a part of the Mayhem Monkey cult, but there's a lot of them that actually listen to this podcast and are a part of the Pure Evil MMA crew as well. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Everybody gets a number, and, you know, I know a lot of those.
Yeah. Well, the numbers, remember, it was like Fight Club. That was kind of like the
That was huge.
So, I mean, I think part of our responsibility, too, is being part of this community, though, even though we are, like, it's like you said, like a family, like amongst us, we can talk the truth and we can know it, but, like, if we're seeing one of our guys try to build an image and try to succeed, I think we should also try to help catapult them in that capacity, and that's why you'll see, like, I retracted a lot of my statements and said, hey, I would just like to get some credit. I hope he does really well. Because, like, as part of the MMA media and as part of, like, the MMA community and as part of, like, the deep-seated family, like, you see the stuff that we're talking about. A lot of people who are going to be listening to this aren't going to know what the Mayhem cult is. They're not going to know what, like, they're not going to know about season 1. They're not going to know about, like, the history of, like, what's happened now, because now it's become more of a mainstream product that I think, like, we need to help our guys build their images in a light that's going to be able to help push the sport forward. Because the sport is, like, really, like, in reference to, like, how far it's gone, Dana White and the Fertittas have taken it, like, to its utmost limit. So now it's at the point where we're dealing with superstars, and we've really got to try to help build those superstars into megastars so then our sport can take over the world, which I really think it's destined to do.
Now, Sam, I also want to ask you this really quick. And I want to ask you a couple questions about what you're up to right now and everything. But I want to talk one more question about this. What was your initial?
Wait. One second. Give me the question again.
What was your initial reaction, though, when people were reaching out to you, like, watch this? What was your initial reaction? What was your pure reaction that you had in your stomach?
Oh man, initially I was hurt. Like most coaches would be. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. How do I not get any credit for what happened? I mean, initially it's like most reactions, though. You know what I mean? It was like when I heard him not giving me credit in that capacity. Like initially it hurt. I was like, I can't believe that I'm not getting credit for this, and like I felt like I was thrown under the bus initially. I really did. But then, like after I took a second and thought about it, I was like, wait a second, because you like when you react, that's emotional, and so like you want to be logical about your responses.
Sure.
And the problem was like I was like I am right now. I'm pretty open. I'm pretty emotional. I'm like, if you can't tell, like I'm telling you exactly how I feel and what I think. But the thing is like I had to take a step back and recognize and realize that this is part of the process. You know what I mean? And like I know that he knows that he worked with me. And I mean, I have different interviews where he does give me credit for what I've done with him. And like, I don't like the sport is like, it's such a delicate thing. Like this, it's our beautiful thing. It's our Cosa Nostra, this MMA. It's our, you know what I mean? Like the community, the family, the forums, the people, like this is our thing. And like, I don't want to be part of something that destroys what we're really trying to build. Does that make sense?
100%. So basically what Sage said in that interview, whether he meant to say it, whether it was for his image. It was false, though. He did have actual, legit training before the UFC. Is that correct?
He did have legit training, but I just think he might have meant that he didn't have, like, professional, like, full-time professional training like what he's getting at Uriah Faber's camp. But he did have legit MMA training. I mean, Chris Mango, Gracie Barra-Katie, Hoger MMA, Paradigm, all the teams that contributed to it. Yeah. But I think now what he has is instead of having to go to all these different campuses, he now has one campus that Uriah runs at Alpha Male that gives him everything that he needs, and I think it's now a full-time thing, and I want to see him do well.
So, Sam, I want to thank you so much for addressing that. Really quick, I'm not going to keep you long here. Let me just ask you to keep everybody up. I know what you've been up to. What have you been up to, man? You still playing poker?
Oh, my God, what haven't I been up to? Your main man, Sam, here, is dropping a rap album in June, so make sure you check that out. Or hip-hop, it's not rap. Make sure you check that out. Also, I have a gym right here in Los Angeles. It's called Real Martial Arts. It's in Beverly Hills. I would love for everybody to come. If you want to see it, we're on Facebook at Real Martial Arts ABC, or you can find me at Sam Hoger. I'm always available. I've been doing poker fairly professionally, doing pretty well with that. And I've been really like engaging myself in working on real estate out here in Los Angeles because I have some friends of mine that are heavily involved, and I've been able to do fairly well in that capacity. Thank God.
So, really quick, let me ask you this one last question here. Diego, man, he's still doing it, and he still looks amazing. What do you think of your boy Diego, man?
Diego still got the fire, baby. He still got the fire. Oh, my God. Let me tell you, Diego Sanchez is a beast. And, like, the fact that he's still out there, he's still there. Todos los hispanos, ¿cómo te va? And, oh my God, I am so incredibly proud. The thing about Diego is he is like an Aztec warrior, dude. Like, he goes out there and he will either win or he will die trying. He's not the guy who talks about, die trying. He's the one who literally goes in there and is like, the Grim Reaper walks behind him with a sickle every time he fights.
It's so crazy, man. He even got bit inside the octagon and didn't say a thing about it. He just kept going on, delivering the punishment. He's such a legend, man. The entire season, your entire cast was so legendary. Really quick, you mentioned the rap album, the hip-hop album. Where can people go catch that when it does come out?
It's coming out in June. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it on iTunes. I'm going to be touring some small spots, just putting my music out there. You're going to see it on SoundCloud as soon as I release it. Also, I want to say, hello to Lisa Todd, Emmy Award-winning director, who has helped me out constantly on being able to make sure that I get, all of these tasks done and goals done over here in Hollywood. I mean, she has been very essential, and always, I want to thank my family, Sam, Fatima Hoger, my sister, Sophia Stephanie. I want to thank God. I want to thank everybody, and man, I'm really excited, And also, guys, check out my YouTube channel because I'm going to be doing the Hoger. I'm going to be having a Hoger workout channel with the real martial arts material on there, as well as the Hoger philosophies. So that's going to be really good. So I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, I think there's a lot of great things coming here in the future. And by the way, I saw Chris Lieben recently, and I'm trying to see if we can get his book turned into a movie. Because that guy has lived the Fight Club lifestyle on a level that most of us can't even comprehend.
So great. And he's still doing it, bare knuckle boxing now. He actually changed over to BKFC this time around because of the issues with the whole payment. So he's now over there with Paulie Malignaggi, Artem Lobov, Beck Rawlings, and all them. So another guy still doing it. And what an inspiring story he's got with everything that he's overcome and being able to crawl away from. And going all the way back from season 1, man. Like, it's just legendary. It made history. It made the UFC what it is today. And he's one of the guys as well that definitely contributed to where our sport is today. So Sam,
I mean, our sport, I think, as a whole, like when they look back on that season, we are like we were able to give something great back to something that now we all love so much, and the rest of the world has an opportunity to love, which is wonderful.
Sam, I want to thank you so much, man. It really does mean a lot to talk to you. I'd really like to have you back on when the album drops, or maybe the week of the album dropping, to kind of promote it a little bit more and hype it up a little bit. So I would love to reconnect, in the next couple of weeks, next few months here as we get closer to that due date.
I like that. And also, if you could do me a favor, if you could post this on my Facebook page so my friends, fans, family, everybody else, they can see it. That would be wonderful, as well as on my Instagram. If you could put like a little link on there, that'd be great. Guys, hey, all the MMA fans, guys, I love you guys. You guys are the best. If you're ever in Los Angeles, you guys are always welcome to come train over at my gym, Real Martial Arts, at 1835 South La Cienega Boulevard, right across from LA Fitness. I would love to see you guys there. And, yeah, I mean, but please also, if you guys can, please always, try to support our military, our policemen, and our firemen. They risk their lives every day to go ahead and make sure that we're able to continue, having this wonderful place to live and, try to do something good for somebody, because life is short. So please, try to do something good for somebody.
It's true. Sam, thank you so much. Enjoy your day, and we appreciate you, man. God bless.
All right, God bless. You take care.
All right. There you guys go. What another legend here on Pure Evil MMA on a weird circumstance. I mean, I reached out to Chris Mango, and I was at the CES press conference. We did the interview, and the file got corrupt. I have to fix the file and upload it. So I was like, I'm not letting that happen again. I got in contact with Sam Hoger through Chris Mango to talk about this. So thank God I was able to get this done. This is proof. This is proof that Sage made a mistake, that what he said was not true at all. And for those of you guys out there that had no idea what we're talking about, let me just really quickly, and I hope I don't get flagged for this, this is the interview with Sage that has been really controversial. If you go on Instagram, under Below the Belt, you can see this thread. People are flipping out about what Sage said, and here's exactly what he did say on this podcast.
had is like the past year of training at Uriah Faber's.
What do you mean by
Because
that?
like any kind of MMA training at all, like every single fight that I had before that, my first fights in the UFC, I was learning. It was my first time being in a cage, like getting my back against the cage, or getting taken down in the cage, or me taking down.
You don't train in a cage?
No, I was in school. I never had any training.
Wow.
So I was in high school, and then I was beginning college doing engineering. I never even had a training partner. I was only 19 years old coming in for my first fight. I was being an engineer, so I was like, okay, am I going to do engineering, or am I going to do fighting? I was going to play it out by ear. So my first fights, I was just using my athleticism pretty much, and any kind of skill that I had as a little kid. But now is like my actual time to train.
And who advised you on all this? You just go, hey, Dad, I'm thinking about leaving Texas A&M engineering.
Yeah, that was my mom and dad's idea, actually.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah. They said, yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. You can always go back to school. It sounds crazy, but the only kind of training I've ever had is like the past year of training at Uriah.
How crazy. I never had a legit training partner. The only actual legit... You heard it here, guys. Here on Pure Evil MMA from Sam, from Chris Mango, who I will get the interview up very shortly. Just crazy, man. Let me know what you think about this. Share this interview. Spread the word. I really hope Sage, if you're watching this, man, do the right thing. Give credit where it's due. That's all. This is mixed martial arts. Honor, respect, integrity. Give respect where it's due. I'm sure there was a lot of people that you trained with that came out of their way to help you. And you really upset a lot of people, man. And it doesn't seem like you. I don't know if somebody was whispering in your ear what to say or what was up. But, man, you got to fix this. You got to fix this. I'm Evil Eddie from Pure Evil MMA, guys. White knuckles to the end. Remember, without evil, there's no purity. Behave yourselves.